Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly reading for March 17th to the 24th. This is for Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising, and we're going to jump right into it. First things first, Sagittarius, one of the coolest things happened while I always do like a little meditation before I start every sign's reading, and I'll tell you what happened with yours. It was really interesting. But let me tell you what's going on this week. I know you're dying to know. We're kicking it off on Sunday, March 17th. Okay, this is big. The Sun conjuncting Neptune. Now, the reason why we're starting off with Sunday on March 17th this week is because you're going to really feel the energies of the Sun conjuncting Neptune this week. Let me turn off the volume on that so you don't hear any of those notifications come through. This is big. Conjunctions are powerful. And so if you saw your monthly reading, you know I said this day's like a fairy tale. Neptune is all about imagination. It's very like fantasy, okay? Very, very, a lot of compassion, a lot of creativity, but just think imagination. And this is the Sun conjuncting Neptune. This is going to be very interesting for y'all, Sagittarius. This is all happening in Pisces, which rules your fourth house. So there could be something, I mean, you could be dreaming of like having like this vision of this perfect family, perfect home, moving even. Yeah, some of y'all are moving. I hope y'all know that. Or maybe even thinking about moving, doing something different. That has to do with the foundations of your life, okay? Parents, children could be up in there as well as like significant other. Just think home related matters. All right. So very, very, very big, highly imaginative day. But with that said, there is a sense of escapism this day as well. So it's great to be very imaginative and have these fantasies, but have one foot on the ground so you don't get too lost in space. Okay. This is a day where you could be, daydreaming about Brad Pitt, a fellow Sagittarius like you as your husband, and y'all live in a castle, things like that. That's cool. That's great. But remember, have a foot on the ground. It's good to have these fantasies. It's good to just, I always say it's better to dream than not dream at all, right? So use that to motivate you for the things that you want. I'm not saying you can't have Brad Pitt living in a castle, but just have one foot on the ground. Now, on Tuesday, March 19th, and happy St. Patrick's Day. Now, on March 19th, this is it. We're here. Spring equinox. Really big. Really, really big. It's northern hemisphere, fall in the southern, okay? I know, but it is a changing of the season, and this is happening the same day that the Sun is moving into Aries. We're moving into Aries season. Oh my goodness, Sagittarius, this is the best thing ever for you because Aries rules your fifth house of pleasure, love, romance, family, children. So you see how so much home stuff is happening for you. Now, if none of that resonates with you, fifth house is also creativity. So remember the Sun conjuncting Neptune. I said earlier, you may be just very like creativity sparked to a whole other level. Like you got jetpacks on your creative mind right now. This is absolutely wonderful. Just remember the Sun is exalted in Aries. So this is really, really nice. The Sun loves being in Aries. The Sun does its best in Aries. It's, really sitting in its throne. So I really love this day, Tuesday. The other thing is, it is a new cycle. Okay. So it's not only the new cycle of a season, Aries kicks off the astrological calendar. So think new beginnings, this fresh new start, fresh new energy, and you feeling a lot more passion and drive toward the things that you want. Okay. You are a fire sign. You know that. So is Aries. So y'all blend well together. So you're really going to feel very spirited around this time. Now, you may feel this charge really strongly because the same day the Sun will sextile Pluto. Hello, Pluto is empowerment. And so this is a very harmonious aspect. Pluto can be really intense. Okay. So you're still going to be feeling this intensity. However, this is a really harmonious aspect. So it's more about empowerment. It's like you kicking down doors. Like it's you kicking down doors saying, where's my lunch money? Like you feeling very empowered, you feeling very confident about the things that you do. Now, this is also Pluto, remember, is in Aquarius that rules your third house of communication. So this is really interesting. You could have some really, really stimulating, powerful, empowering conversations around this time. You could also, the third house also rules siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors. And so we've talked about this. When I say there's a lot of family energy happening for y'all, there's a lot of family and home energy happening for y'all. So I really love this. Now, on that same day, on Thursday, this is when things get a little like, okay, because this is our second conjunction of the week. Venus conjuncting Saturn. So this is really interesting. Venus is all about love, relationships, matters of the heart, even money. All right, if you're here for money. It's having this conjunction with Saturn. Saturn is... And remember, this is both Venus and Saturn in Pisces that rules your fourth house. So when I say there's a lot of activity at home, home-related matters, foundations of your life, well, you're really going to feel it. Now, on this day, you may get a little bit serious about things. You may get a little bit serious about things because Saturn, this is a conjunction. Remember, powerful aspect with a planet of limitations, restrictions, the planet of hard knocks. So Saturn keeps, you're going to start feeling more of Saturn. Saturn has been, this is the 1 year anniversary of Saturn moving into Pisces. It happened back in March, and it's going to be here for a little bit longer. But this is almost like, it is taking responsibility and feeling responsible. Think of it. You know what? The analogy I've been making is like, think of a kid going out there. She's with her friends. She's on a roll with her knock jokes. Everyone's having a good time. The sun's out. Even like, you know, the bunnies around. They're laughing. Like she's killing it. She's really, really like the star right now. But then her mom comes out. Her mom is Saturn. Her mom says, you got to come in and do your homework. Okay. You got to do your homework. So that is Venus conjuncting Saturn. So there is a sense of like, yes, fun, love, fun. Everything's cool. Love, money, creativity. But then there is a sense of, okay, now I got to see how can I bring stability to this? Let me actually like think about this and create this long-term plan for myself in matters of the home or relationships or your parents and children and whatnot, your actual home. Some of y'all, again, may be having really big thoughts of moving this day. Now, the thing about Saturn is highly associated with karma. So Saturn rewards you. So you go in, you do your homework, you do your chores, whatever you got to do. Then you go back out, you go hang out with your friends. They all got like ice creams for you, Happy Meals, whatever it is, unicorn. There, you're going to get rewarded. All right. So there is something big happening around your home sector. Okay. Now on Friday, wow, March 22nd, this is when Mars moves into Pisces. So now we got Mars and Venus, the two cosmic lovebirds that have a lot of chemistry in your fourth house of home, family, children, everything about the domestic sector and the foundations of your life. So one big thing about this, remember how I said this month is very spiritual with all that Pisces energy that's just so abound, right? Even metaphysical, a lot of intuitive energy as well. That was very healing energy too. Now, here's the thing with Mars moving into Pisces with Venus, just a lot of, if you are very creative, if you are a creative type, you're going to feel that boost. Mars is bringing that boost. Okay. So that is really nice. And it could have to do with something at home. You could be an interior designer and you could be like really, really on a roll too with your vision and, you know, the things that you're doing. But just think high imagination around this time and in terms of spirituality as well. Now, the other thing is Mars is in Pisces. Let me tell you about Mars in Pisces. Mars is like a bro. Okay. Mars is a bro. He's getting ready for the clubs. He's put, you know, he's slicked his hair back and he's listening to, you know, I don't know, the Rolling Stones and he's getting amped up. He's getting amped up to go to the clubs. He wore his good deodorant, the good shoes. He gets to the club. Turns out to be like a chakra cleansing event. And so Mars in Pisces is like, what am I doing here? And so yes, Mars is very fiery, right? Mars is the ruling planet for Aries. And so Mars being in Pisces, water sign. So it's like, how do I make this work? You make it work by using the Pisces energy with Mars, okay? And so again, that boost in spirituality, that boost in creativity, that boost in healing as well. Okay. Mars is, I've said it before, Mars is energy, strong energy, but also physical energy. So you could feel this boost. All right. Really in all, like in physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, it's in your everything that's happening for you is happening in all those areas of your life. So you just really, really want to work with this Mars energy and use it to your advantage. Mars is like a rocket ship. Hang on to that rocket ship and veer it. Really veer it toward the things that you want, your passions, things that have to do with home and family and children and things like that too, because again, it is in your fourth house, but really, really spiritual in a spiritual sense as well. Very intuitive. Use it to heighten your intuition. Now, on the 24th, Sagittarius, wow, Venus is sextile Jupiter, and we're going to talk about this more next week because this is happening on Sunday, the 24th of March. And so it's definitely going to affect more of next week, have more of a play role next week. But these are the two benefic planets. This is one of the best days of the month. So this is really, really, really nice. It's two planets getting together saying, what can we do for Sagittarius? How can we make Sagittarius' life better? So this is really nice. So anyway, let's do it. Let's see what's going on for you, Sagittarius, for the week of March 17th to the 24th, again, for Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. And if you do want to read for your moon, your Venus, all those other placements, if you know your birth chart, you are absolutely welcome to. So Sagittarius, let's get started. So Sagittarius, the thing that I was going to say earlier is when I do like that, my little meditation, I am like shuffling the cards, and guess what fell out? It was the sun. Good sign. Good sign. All right. Now, Sagittarius, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. Really does offer the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we'll pull clarifiers. Secondly, Sagittarius, y'all know I love you. Y'all are amazing. Oh my goodness. And you, yum. This is a good sign. You're moving. When I say this is a week of new beginnings, and we are approaching the full moon lunar eclipse next week, which is going to have a profound impact on you. Something's coming to an end. It is clear as day here. And when I say home and family, things around that, your foundations of life, it's going to be a big thing for you this week. Look at what's going on here. You are making some decisions, but you're good. All right. Now, you've got the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So Queen of Pentacles, there you go. You've been you've been in a place where you've been helping others, and it could be in a family role, it could be a parental role, it could be even friendships, but a lot of work energy too. You've been collaborating with others is something that I'm feeling, but there is a sense of actually, you know what? What's really interesting is that Queen of Pentacles is someone who not only is she the richest queen, she has this maternal side to her, which is really great, and so you can even see her hand. Unlike the King of Pentacles, whose hand's on top of the pentacle, and thus he's owning his wealth, showing his power. Her hand is underneath, okay? So it's giving. So she's a really good protector. She's a provider. She wants to provide for people, especially for those within her kingdom, her orbit, the people that she loves, her family, with the resources that she has, because she has the resources. But seems like there's been some growth in that area in your life. And if not, you're going to feel it. You're absolutely going to feel it. There is a sense of, even with the Queen of Pentacles, the fact that she comes up in your readings is very interesting because the Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn, as you can see with the sea goat, the symbol of Capricorn in her throne. But why is that important? Is because Capricorn rules your second house of money, of salary, of income, finances, but also like self-value, self-worth, comfort in terms of stability. So you're good. You're getting into a place and you could be feeling that growth and that warmth in that area of your life. And you could have this clarity about it. Just again, this protective energy that's coming through for me. And when you think about what's happening too, you have Jupiter in your sixth house, which is, it's everyday activities, but it is like there's that service to others with the sixth house as well. Okay, it's natively ruled by Virgo, but without getting too much into it, there's a lot of work energy there as well as health and fitness could be a big thing for you now. Now, you have the Eight of Cups in the heart of your spread. I'm going to show you something here. I know I usually go in order, but look at the direction he's going. He's going into the future. Look at your future. You've got the world. Your life is changing this week, okay? Now, with the Eight of Cups, there is something that it could be a little bittersweet for you, but something that you will acknowledge this week where you're like, okay, I've got to move forward. I know something is better for me out there, and I'm going to make that happen. And it may be emotional. It may be not the smoothest. It may be, a little bittersweet, but I'm still doing it. Okay. It's really great. Now, how significant is this card? Well, you see the eclipse in the card. As I said, we're approaching that eclipse season. That's going to be really big for you. It's in your 11th house, your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, but also your social network. So a lot of friendship energy. There could be some friends that you're, processing and thinking about. But here's the thing, and we'll talk more about it next week. But the great thing about this card, it's attributed to Saturn and Pisces. Saturn, as I said, moved into Pisces last March. It's going to be there for a few years. Like, it's a thing in your fourth house of home and family and children and your significant other, the foundations of your life. Okay. The real estate could be a thing for you. Just home stuff. So yeah, a lot of y'all could be thinking about that, making changes in there, or have already begun that as well. This is really big. You also got the Two of Pentacles. Okay. So very interesting here. Very, very interesting here that you did get the Two of Pentacles. I would like for you, well, I'll tell you later, but with the Two of Pentacles in the your challenge area, this is a week where you have so much creative energy happening for you, and when you're being creative, you're using more of the right side of your brain. Just have that balance, okay? Have that sense of just like things coming together instead of falling apart, okay? And I'm not saying that things will. This is just saying there's got to be some balance, right? There's got to be that. I'm going to show you. This is it's one of the most like imbalanced cards in tarot. You can see he's got one foot off the ground. The pentacles are a little lopsided. The waves are off. But so there is a sense when it comes in your challenge area, just bring things together this week. Bring things together this week, and instead of being a little scattered. And these aspects that are happening this week can do that. Remember, a lot of fantasy and imagination and whatnot at play. Have a foot on the ground. They're funny too, right? He's got 1 foot off the ground in your challenge area. So have 2 feet on the ground. Now, you do have the Five of Pentacles in your crown. With the Six of Wands in the root of your spread, you have a very interesting spread, okay? First, let's start with this. The Five of Pentacles in your crown. There is something that may be hard for you to leave this week. And to be honest, it could also be something may be leaving you. Someone may be leaving you. Something may be, there's just a departure. There's a feeling of something that it's like you may feel or you may think that it may be really hard. But again, you're going to be fine. This is part of your journey, right? And so you could also feel not supported in some sense this week, but it might just be up here, okay? Remember, you have the Five of Pentacles in your crown, all right? And again, there may be a lot of things that you may be thinking about where you just may not feel supported. Something's holding you back. Something or someone could be holding you back. You have the Eight of Cups in the heart of your spread, okay? So it's a matter of moving forward from that if you feel that, okay? There could also be something where you feel financial, the Pentacles, money and wealth, right? But it's also your physical reality as well. But even still, with the Five of Pentacles in your crown, something with money where you feel like you're not supported in that way, or you're not getting enough of that, or there may be something that you're moving toward where you feel like you don't have the money for, or but again, You're going to be fine. I mean, you've got the Six of Wands in the root of your spread, and this is a card of victory. This is a card of success. This is public recognition as well. So there is something that it's almost like you have a big tug of war this week, but you're going to be fine. So don't spend too much time in your head. Spend it in your heart. All right. Spend all that time. Like, what are your passions? Just keep moving forward. It's all about moving forward from here. I mean, especially with the Six of Wands. One thing I'm going to point out about the Six of Wands as well, this is a procession, okay? This is like a parade. That horse is not just standing there. It keeps going and going and going and going. So continue to move forward, okay? Even if you look down your cross, they're all still moving forward. Okay, they're all still moving forward. He's moving forward. They're moving forward. He's moving forward. Move forward. And then also with the Five of Pentacles in your crown, there is a sense of, again, if you're in your head a lot, thinking about a lot of different things, there is going to be a sense of letting people in. If you feel that, let's say you don't feel like you're not supported, or you've got that support, there could be someone that needs your support too. All right. And just recognize that. All right. Now you've got the world in your future. You're good. You're coming to the end of, so this is the end of the major arcana. This is the end of the, the fool's journey, the hero's journey, your journey. This is it. Your life is changing. You're about to start this new cycle in your life. What comes after the end? Well, look at the dancing figure here. First of all, be very proud of how far you've come, okay? Secondly, within the wreath, the garland, shaped as a zero, referencing the Fool card, okay? So a cycle, going back to the Fool's journey. So starting a new journey. There's something really big happening in your life. I hope you know that, Sagittarius. I hope you know that. Really, really, really nice here. And it is something that has a lot of stability with it. So really excited for you. The other thing is, when you do look at what's happening here, remember how I said Saturn in Pisces is attributed to the Eight of Cups? Well, the world is attributed to Saturn, which is in Pisces. Again, a lot of stuff with home and just things that have to do with your domestic sector. This is really big. Expect a big change, okay? Remember, this is a week where something's coming to an end, or something new is beginning, but next week, definitely something's coming to a full stop with that eclipse. And I even want you to, but we'll talk about that next week. That's the big thing next week. Let's get to your stuff. Sagittarius, I know I talk too much. You're amazing. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Talk to me. What is going on? Tell me, what is this new thing that you're doing? This is amazing. Oh yeah, you're good. You're fine. You're just going to be in your head. Now, what's really interesting, something that's coming up for me, is that it's almost like there is going to be this sense of worry. There is this sense of worry, and maybe even a little bit of worrying about regretting something. You've got to let that go. Okay? You're going to be fine. Oh my goodness. Well, you got the Seven of Cups. So this is a really big indicator for me particularly, that you will be in your head a lot. And it's almost like if there's anything that you should do, is really know what your priorities are, really know what path you want to go. Okay. You really have to know what you want. And speaking of the fact that the sun is going to conjunct Neptune this week, this card is a lot of illusion. This card is a lot of fantasy. This card is a lot of even smoke and mirrors. Okay. So know what you want. Cut through that fog. You got to really know what you want, because you don't want to, exert energy into things that could be maybes, or is it just me, fantasizing about this? Remember, have 2 feet on the ground. Now, you also got the Nine of Swords. So you got the Nine of Swords, which is very interesting here because it comes in your external factors area. Again, there's something that it just feels like, when you look at your entire spread here, there may be something that you could possibly be feeling really because you may be ending something and you're concerned about someone else's feelings or how they will react, but you can't live a life full of regrets. The other thing is with the Nine of Swords in your external factors area, there could be something fueling you to move forward. It may be hard for you. You could be in your head about it, where it is just a bigger decision or choice that it could even snowballed into something bigger that you're just like, whoa, this is really like my head's really So take that time to sort this, again, have 2 feet on the ground, but have a little bit of focus. The reason I say that is because not only is this a 7 of Cups, this card is a Scorpio card. Scorpio rules your 12th house of the subconscious. So you see how there's a lot here where you're just maybe in your headspace when you don't have to be. I mean, you have the Wheel of Fortune. You got the 2 cards. The only 2 cards in all the tarot. Where the 4 fixed signs in the corners. Stability, okay? You've got 2 Saturn cards here. Stability. You have thinking about your long-term future. So what do you have to leave behind to have that prosperity long-term? Now, the Wheel of Fortune, as you know, is all about luck, okay? Prosperity. This is kind of like a divine moment. And it seems like you're seeking that. It seems like you are seeking this new path. And hello, you got strength. Have that inner courage. Remember I said, right here, focus on the heart, okay? Focus on the heart, and that's what's gonna get you through it all. Strength is, well, I'm gonna show you in your final outcome. Very, very interesting. One of the reasons why this card is, clearly attributed to Leo, right? You see the lion here, and Leo does rule your 9th house of spirituality. Remember, I said that is going to be something that you may feel very activated, and you may want to activate yourself this week. A lot more spirituality, trusting your intuition, all of that good stuff. Secondly, this card is an 8, okay? As we know, 2024 is the year of 8. 8 is prosperity. It's success. It's abundance. So, with the fact that strength is in your final outcome, and then looking at the rest of your stuff, you have to believe all these things are going to work out. She is only one of 2 people that have the symbol of infinity over her heads in all the tarot. This is infinite possibilities, okay? So you have to believe these possibilities are possible for what you want, but you have to know what you want. Otherwise, you may be in your head a lot this week when you just don't have to be. But your life is changing. Your life is changing, all right? So remember, it's a sense of bringing things together. You want that victory. You want that success. You know something out there is really great for you. And there is. And, again, with strength in your final outcome, a lot of that is also like knowing to resist the things that you just you shouldn't be doing or know that you don't want. So you're getting this like huge message of moving forward, okay, and having the courage to do so. So Sagittarius, you're good. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. And next week is the big week. Yep. Big week of the full moon, lunar eclipse in Libra. We'll talk about it in detail next week, Sagittarius. Y'all are amazing. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.